Hello, Hilltop. Thanks for clicking the next tile. So now that we've learned about bones and why they're important in your body, we're going to talk about ways to maintain great bone health. So some of these things might make a lot of sense to you, and some might be new information for you. Like our first one, a great way to maintain good bone health is to eat plenty of healthy, fresh vegetables. That's right. Remember we talked about our go slow and low foods? So you would want to choose a lot of foods from the go category, and that helps maintain healthy bones. Another thing that you would want to do that we'll focus on Friday is doing strength and weight-resistant exercises. So just like challenging our muscles in different ways helps make our muscles stronger, the same goes for those bones that your muscles attach to. So when we're strengthening our muscles during exercise time, we're also strengthening those bones inside of our bodies. And those muscles attach to the bones, so we want all those things to work well together. We also want to be consuming protein. Protein is a type of food source that gives nutrients to our muscles and bones. And there's all different ways you can consume protein, and that's either through meat or through plants or through other organic items. So you have a lot of variety when it comes to choosing protein types to help build strong muscles and bones. And we also want to have food that is high in calcium. Calcium is a great mineral for our bones, and actually our bones are made up of some calcium. And so you might be familiar with hearing, drink milk for healthy bones. They say that because there's a good amount of calcium in those servings of milk. And it's also good to take in vitamin D and vitamin K. And you can get your vitamin D by spending some time outdoors, and getting that sunlight is a great way to get some vitamin D. And you also want to make sure you're eating plenty of food during the day. You might hear that adults at home or other people that are older than you are concerned about their weight, and they're trying to have low calories. And that's okay, but you still want to make sure you're eating enough calories so that your body can function in a healthy way. So you want to make sure you're eating plenty of food. I know that won't be a problem for me. And you also want to maintain a healthy weight. It adds a lot of extra stress on your body if you've got extra weight, extra body fat. And remember, we've talked about body fat before, how you need to have some fat on your body. It's like stored fuel for your body to work with. But we don't want to have too much fat, because then that weighs down our body and it puts strain on our muscles and bones that's unnecessary. So if you follow some of those tips, you'll have great, strong, healthy bones, and that will increase your ability to be physically active and play fun and new games. Speaking of fun and new games, to help us further understand the human skeleton made up of 206 bones, I've got some interactive activities for you on the next few tiles. There's one where you can build your own skeleton by clicking and dragging. There's one where you can type in and click and drag the name of the bones and label it yourself. So it's a diagram like this with a word bank, and you drag it over and put the name of the bone in the correct spot. So you can use a resource I'll put on one of the other tiles as a diagram for you to bring up, so you can look at that while you're clicking and dragging some of the appropriate bone names to the correct spot. And then there's also a tile where you can click on a bone and it'll share more factual information specifically about that bone. So if you're interested in learning more about some of these different bones, you can click on that tile and it'll give you some more specific information on each one. So those are 3 different virtual activities that I have for you to participate in today. And I've also got 2 extra bonus ones attached that are not ones I'm expecting you to do. They're just an extra resource for you, because they're going to require printing. All right, so you're not required to print anything for PE. These are just 2 extra bonus things if you have a printer at home or wherever you're doing your e-learning, and the adult says it's okay to print, then these are some extra resources for you. If you don't have access to a printer, no big deal. But those 2 things are a word search that you can print out and try to find the names of some of the bones in that word search. And then there's also a cut and glue skeleton. So you cut out the different bones of the body, and then you glue them together to try to make it resemble the bones of a human skeleton. And we'll see you on Friday, where we're going to do a weighted exercise, and we'll talk about which bones we're strengthening for each exercise, and we'll get those muscles and bones nice and strong. So enjoy those virtual activities, and if you're able to, print out that word search and our cut and glue skeleton. And I hope you learned some new bones today and the benefits of keeping them strong and healthy. We'll see you again soon. Go Hawks! Bye, everybody.